What's up, everybody? Bandit here. Whether your machine that you ride is brand new or maybe a little bit long in the tooth, I'm sure you're always looking for more accessories or modifications that you can use to maximize your utility and usability out of your machine. Here's two that I would definitely recommend whether you're just getting into ATV riding or you're a veteran, and it'll definitely help you out there on the trails or around your house. So huge thanks to Kemimoto for sending us these accessories. We have a gun rack set up here, but this can actually be used for a lot more than just guns. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. And also a water bottle holder, which again has all sorts of usability and will help you keep hydrated, but also can help you keep track of other useful items that you might have with you. So let's go ahead and get these things installed on the four-wheeler and talk about it a little bit. So the gun rack setup here is basically a U-bolt that it attaches to any kind of bar or rack setup that you might have on your four-wheeler. Basically, it's just two nuts on the bottom and two nuts on the top that'll help you secure that to your machine. And let's go ahead and get to it. So we got the gun rack here all installed. You can see it has a really nice rubber finish and actually a stopper to keep anything from hopping out of there. The bottom is kind of a stainless steel design. I went ahead and just put one nut on each of these for right now in case I needed to adjust it later. But ultimately, I am very, very happy with this setup. And let's talk about what you can actually use this for. Now, obviously, it could be for a gun. That's kind of what the marketing is for. But there's a ton of other uses for maybe your household chores. Anything with a handle can really go in here. So let's say you need to clean up a mess you just made. You can just pop your broom in here, then slide on these little quick attach locks. That way when you're going down the trail, that thing can't bounce out of there. You can see that little rubber band can just stop it and it'll keep anything from popping out of there. But let's say you want more than that. You want to add a shovel as well. Go ahead and pop this shovel in here. You can actually fit multiple tools in this little connector at one time, just like that. And then again, we can go ahead and pop that little rubber band on here just to keep it from popping out. So all loaded down here on the back of the machine, you can see we have a rake, a shovel, and a broom. And ultimately, these things are super, super useful for maybe around your house or you're out on the farm cleaning up a job site, whatever you might use your four-wheeler for. These little racks can do it. You can see we have that little stopper there to keep it from popping off. And overall, it is really secure on the back of the four-wheeler. I think you can go over any kind of terrain, and unless the trees you're going through are wider than your rake, it should be no problem at all. But for the install, I also wrapped a little bit of electrical tape around there. That'll keep it from scratching up your rack potentially, and maybe keep it a little bit quieter when you're going down the trail. But ultimately, I could not be happier with this setup. And again, it might be called a gun rack, but definitely adds a lot more utility to your machine if you might not be a hunter. Now for the Kemimoto cup holder here, we can go ahead and take a look at this product installation manual. Pop that open and you can see it is just a really simple install. All you have to do is add one screw and tighten down that clamp on a handlebar or wherever you might have it. Let's go ahead and do that install as well. So for this particular cup holder, you might be able to see it has kind of a cross pattern there on the back. And the reason for that is you can actually mount this clamp any direction, or your water bottle in any direction, depending on how you look at that. We're gonna go ahead and do ours in the vertical fashion. And then we'll go ahead and install the screw that is provided in the kit. With the provided screwdriver, go ahead and stick that in here. Snug that screw up. Then we'll get it on the machine. So with a universal cup holder like this one, you might choose to attach it to some of your accessories or potentially one of your front racks or maybe even your handlebars, but I elected to put mine back here on the passenger seat for my passenger, which is normally my wife. The only thing that my wife loves more than four-wheeler riding is snacks and drinks, so I'm sure she will definitely appreciate this. But this is kind of a great setup because the only adjustment here is just that thumb screw. So if you decide that you don't like it here, you'd rather have your hands out here, you can move your drink around to the front or the rear, or again, attach it somewhere else on your four-wheeler. But anything with kind of a bar or a tube, this thing will mount to. So it should really add some good usability to the machine. So obviously this is Kemimoto's cup holder and does just fine doing that. Really works well here with a water bottle, a 20-ounce water bottle. But also, again, here's my wife's phone. You can pop that in there. That'll be nice and secure on the trails. And potentially, if you had that mounted on your handlebars, you can maybe even get some directions or your navigation there based off of holding the phone. And again, it is really secure. Go ahead and pop that out of there. Or maybe you're doing work by yourself. You can go ahead and put a can of spray paint in here, mark those trails, mark wherever your property is. Again, this is designed as a bottle holder, but much like the gun rack there, it does have a lot more usable function than just holding your water bottle. So there's a quick look at two accessories from Kemimoto and how I would install them here on my Can-Am Outlander. But if you don't have a Can-Am Outlander, say you have another four-wheeler, a dirt bike, a motorcycle, a jet ski, whatever machine that you might have, I'm sure you could rig up something to use these accessories on there as well. I mean, again, all you basically need is some sort of accessory rack, handlebar, something like that, that you could attach these things to and add all sorts of usability to your machine. So a huge thanks to Kemimoto for making this video possible and for sending us these great products. I am actually really impressed with the quality. You know, some of these accessories, you don't really know what you're getting into, but overall, again, it really is nice and secure on there. And ultimately, I mean, look at this machine now. We added all sorts of different things to it, and I would feel perfectly comfortable going down the trail just like this. So if you are interested in any of these products, definitely check the links below. Again, a huge thanks to Kemimoto for making this video possible. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time. See ya.